Clarissa Shields says she is not worried about the judging against Savannah Marshall. Well, sis, that's not the only thing you need to worry about, but let's talk.
Push the weight and no flex. Flex alive is one in the six. With the runner boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Let's get it, man. I'm reading this article from Boxing Scene. It says Clarissa Shields not worried about the judges in Marshall Showdown. Well, that's not the only thing you need to worry about. Let's get through this article. IBF, WBA, WBC middleweight champion Clarissa Shields is motivated to dominate her career rival, WBO champion Savannah Marshall, in their upcoming grudge match. The two will battle in an undisputed fight October 15th at the O2 Arena in London. The anticipated clash will air on Sky Sports in the UK and ESPN Plus in the United States. Back in 2012, Marshall picked up a decision win over Shields when the boxers were amateurs. The outcome was a sole defeat for Shields as an amateur or pro in the boxing ring. Shields always felt she was robbed in that fight. Go watch it. It's on YouTube. Well, I think it's on YouTube unless they removed it. Y'all know how they do. She felt she was robbed in that fight. And while Shields is eager to end their pro encounter with a stoppage, she's not worried about the judges. The two-time Olympic gold medal winner is planning to be so dominant that she expects a lopsided win if the bout reaches the final bell. I ain't worried about no judges. I ain't worried about none of that, Shields told Sky Sports. I ain't got no problem with that. If the fight goes to the 10 rounds, I'm going to win on points. If I've got to knock her out, I'll knock her out. I'm not worried about bad decisions or whatever. I know that God has brought me here for a reason, and he's going to be with me by my side in and out of the ring when I'm fighting. I look forward to giving the very best Clarissa Shields you'll ever get. She can never take away from my accomplishments, being three-time division world champ, two-time undisputed, previously at super welterweight and middleweight. No, I'm not worried about anything being taken away from me. I'm going to go in there and show why I call myself the GOAT, greatest woman of all time. You don't only call yourself that, sis. You are the GOAT. But also why others consider me that, because I surprise myself sometimes. Well, that's the article. Here's my opinion. Sis, you ain't got to worry about no guy. The judges ain't the only goddamn thing you got to worry about. Savannah Marshall has a fury in her corner. I repeat, Savannah Marshall has a fury in her corner. Savannah Marshall also has a released a drug lord or something in her. She has criminals in her corner. Let's keep it all the way trill. If your last name is Fury and you're involved in the sport, I don't trust you. You cannot be trusted. Who's Peter Clark? Google it. What is his connection with boxing? Why is he in her corner? Why are you rubbing elbows with that guy? Another criminal. Oh, wait, Drew, you're doing too much. This ain't nothing. This isn't related. Fury. No, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Savannah Marshall could not promote this fight on American soil because she is on a no-fly list. She can't fly to America. So when Clarissa was sitting in that restaurant on her Instagram talking about, yo, we was going to promote the fight, I believe it was on the same night that Amanda Serrano fought. They were supposed to do a press conference or do a face-off in New York, I believe. I could have that wrong, but it wasn't because she didn't want to. She said, "Oh yeah, she's scared. She didn't want to face me." No, it wasn't that, sis. It wasn't that. You see, some of these fighters are so involved in their own life that they don't know what's going on, but we do. The fans know. Savannah Marshall cannot fly. She can't come here. She can't leave her country. Why? Because of her dealings with Daniel Kinahan. There's over 1,000 people on the no-fly list from what I heard. Promoters, fighters. Chances are if you worked with MTK Global in any way, you can't fly. And I also believe if you're American and you flew down to Dubai, your ass is more than likely on the no-fly list, especially if you flew down, let me be clear, if you flew down to Dubai and met with Daniel Kinahan, if you flew down on MTK Global's dime, Rick Glasser, Bud Crawford, I'm not sure if these guys could fly out the country until they figure out where the money came from. Yeah, you flew down to Rick, you flew down to Dubai to meet with Daniel Kinahan? What did y'all talk about? Wait a minute, he cut you a check for what? Because you're boxing inside information? Nah, we're going to have to hold on to that money, bruh. We're going to have to hold on to that money, bruh. $5 million bounty on Daniel Kinahan's head, bruh. You was down there talking with him. You admitted that. He cut you a check. Nah, we're going to have to freeze those assets, boy. Until we figure out. What are you going to say? What are you going to say, Rick? Huh? What are you going to say? Oh, I just went down and had lunch with him and, Yeah, on his dime. He said this. April 12th, 2022. I lost some followers today because of my support for Daniel Kinahan's presence in boxing. And I will continue to support all those that are assets to the betterment of the sport and business of professional #boxing. And no, he used the wrong no. This tweet is not getting deleted. Well, if y'all on Twitter, go see if this shit is still up. Curious. Because a little bit after this, $5 million bounty on Daniel Kinahan's head. Oops. Oops upside your head. Bud Crawford. Singing in the ocean. Where you at, Bud? We looking for big fish. Down there talking with Daniel Kinahan. See what kind of minutes he's talking about. Word on the street is he gave you $20 million. Now, I don't know exactly what's going on, but I do know that there was a problem trying to get this Errol Spence fight going. You wanted 50-50. Then you said 60-40 my direction. Then you said, hey, man, I don't care. No fight. I'm going to the Hall of Fame regardless. Then come to find out you settling for 35%. What did we go through all of this for? Maybe that $20 million that Daniel Kinahan gave you. I don't wish he gave it to me. I wish I had $20 million. But maybe that $20 million that he gave you got froze. And it's like, oh, shoot. Now you're like, oh, shoot, I thought I had $20 million. I ain't got it. You know what? Somebody call Al Heyman. Let's make this Errol Spence fight. I thought I had that $20 million. I ain't got it. I got to do something. How you go from 50-50 to 60-40 to, okay, I'll settle for 35. What? Where there's smoke, there's fire. And I brought that up because it's all relevant to this woman on the left. She was in bed with all of those criminals. So, sister, Clarissa, T-Rex Shields, the GWOAT, you got more than the refs to worry about, sis. I am concerned. Box her freaking head in. We should get her this knockout power. I ain't even touched that. Now she knocking people's heads off. You got to watch your water. GWOAT, you got to watch the hand wraps. Don't drink nothing from them. Bring your own stuff. They're going to have, you got to make sure they got to poison all the water in the 2-mile radius. I am so concerned because I don't trust those people over there. I don't trust them. Drew, you're overreacting. No, I'm not. This is pop culture. Everybody's popping dirty. Everybody's cheating. We ain't got to worry about, watch your left and he's a southpaw. No, we got to worry about the southpaw having bricks in his damn gloves and being juiced out of his mind. Eubanks and Conor Ben, You thought you was getting that fight today? Why? Why that fight not happening? I'm not supposed to be concerned about my sister going over there to deal with this? A criminal that can't fly because she was rolling in bed with a cartel leader? ESPN is not talking about that. So, sis, absolutely, you might not have to worry about her skill set because you're better than her. But this knockout power that just popped up and her rubbing elbows with a cartel leader, yeah, be cautious. You ain't got to be worried. God does have your back. But be mindful, sis. Be mindful. These people are cheaters. Bronx on deck.
Move!